It's your nightmare. Like, we had breakfast.
Who?
What do you mean?
Me and you.
We had breakfast.
Oh, that was different.
Welcome to this week's episode of Your Internet Boyfriends. Hello, Mark T. Cox.
Hello, Dennis Lane.
This week we're talking about Tommy Bowe going gluten-free and our television debut on Ireland AM.
And I'll be telling Dennis all about my accidental exposure in my Dublin hotel.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Mark, how are you getting on?
Hello.
Not great, I'd say.
Listen,
Not great.
I have to listen back to these episodes every week. I start by complaining that I'm tired. And I am again.
You're a lot.
Huh?
You're a lot.
I'm a lot.
You are a lot.
Am I troubled? Oh,
You're a lot.
my button's open.
You need to get sleep in or something. Where are you? Are you losing sleep over the
Am
weekend?
I troublesome?
No, you're not. You're not troublesome. I'm just saying that you're. This could be. It could be.
Go on, say that.
Could be a tough episode.
Tell the listeners, what am I?
You're a lot. For a sec. Oh no, there's a big hole in my sock.
Oh, big hole. You've no shoe.
I've no shoes on.
You've no shoes on. Where's the shoe? Where's our twink?
Get
the shoes.
Some shoes.
No
I'll be
shoes.
shot.
Oh my God Almighty!
Right, so I thought I was feeling
Let down by the
bit
wardrobe
flexible.
department. Yeah, I've just been able. But you know what? I'm thrilled because I'm going nowhere now till I think the end of May. I'm not going.
You're locked down.
I was in 3 hotels in 3 nights the last couple of days, and I'm not good at it. I'm not good at the dragging and the bags and the packing and thinking, will I bring this bag and will I leave? If I leave the bag at the lobby, am I going to be missing something out of the bag?
And then you meet someone taking the bags who you know.
Forgot.
Oh
Yes. But you know the going. Some people are great at just walking out the door with nothing.
I think some people are great at leaving that job to someone else.
Maybe.
Do you know how long it takes to come up? 5 hours.
What do you mean?
5 hours, like when you get to the airport in Cork to me getting home.
Yeah,
It takes 5 hours
Oh God, yeah.
to get back.
Yeah, dragging, going,
Give it in. Let's give it up.
dropping.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, the hotels. I'm going to make a complaint.
Oh,
I stayed in 3 hotels. Will I tell you about them?
go on, yeah.
My first hotel, because we had our television appearance,
Which we will get into.
television debut, which was morning, so we had to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't figure out how to do that, how to get there at that time without risking not being there. So I got a hotel beside the television studios, it was actually grand. It was like a hotel that was built in the boom times. There's not much need for it anymore, so it's become a bit of kind of just like a business traveller.
It's like roundabout chic.
It's right at the roundabout. There is actually, the front of the hotel is a petrol station.
Oh, lovely.
That's the entrance to the
Pop
hotel.
down and get a little meal deal.
So it was full of business travellers, businessmen. Oh, but I didn't
In
go.
and out.
No, I said I have to go to bed.
Okay.
They were hopping though.
Did you check the app?
They were hopping.
Yeah.
A lot of discretion.
By and large, now, in that hotel, how many rooms are there? Just like
Oh, 200.
200. How many people were active on Grindr within that hotel?
3.
3. Oh, that's actually quite low.
That's a lot. No, that's a
Is
lot.
it?
Yeah.
I thought you get 10% of the rooms anyway, at least.
Well, you might have 10% of the rooms are LGBT, and then how many percent of that would be
Yes.
active?
Yes.
So there was
In the running club.
Yeah, there was a lot. You might have a man there. He's from, where could he be from? Nottingham, and he's going to a conference at the Irish Convention Centre, and someone has booked him into this hotel, and that's his impression of Ireland, a roundabout outside, 10 miles outside the city. But I got up then at about 5 o'clock in the morning because I was nervous. I was going to miss the television debut. I was very upside down. I started ironing these trousers, actually. I started ironing these trousers at 5:30 in the morning. The hotels.
Mark, I don't want to one-up you, but you did not go through what I went through for ironing.
Well, I had
to iron 2 floors down in a dark kitchen
where?
in the hotel that I was staying in.
This is the problem. They have no facilities for the ironing.
And then you iron it, and the iron is bad, and it gets sick on your clothes. Do you know when the
Leaking.
iron gets sick in it?
That's what I was
It
going
goes
to say. You just actually stole my story.
Sorry?
That's exactly what I was. Spitting
Yeah, I know.
and dribbling.
Yeah, and choking.
on these beige trousers
Yeah.
at 5:30 in the morning. And then I thought, I can't wear these now. I have no other trousers. I can't go on the television. I was
Got it off.
very upset. And then I went down, I had the breakfast, all the business. Can I also say, if you're traveling for business with colleagues, don't be having breakfast with the colleagues and talk and business.
Declan, it's your nightmare. Like, we had breakfast.
Who?
What do you mean?
Me and you.
We had breakfast.
Oh, that was different. But imagine travelling for a conference. Michael there from Norwich and Becky from Leeds. And 6:30 I had breakfast. And there was a couple beside me talking about business strategies. I was like, both of these people want to jump out the window. Leave each other alone. And then we went off. And then the taxi came. And I got into the wrong taxi. I was so tired. The taxi pulled up outside. I had booked it on the app. And the man came in and he kind of mumbled at me and I wasn't listening. And he started driving out the gate. And then he said, are you going to, I don't know, Swords or something? I was like, no. No, we're not going to Swords at all. So we had to reverse and get back.
Mark, the taxi driver I got told me a story.
About that?
About how someone got into the wrong taxi just a while ago.
Oh, that was me.
That must be you.
But you have to really check because you can end up driving off in the wrong way. But anyway, that was it. I just wanted to complain about those things. But the irons, I was in 3 hotels, 3 bad irons, spitting, slurping, dribbling, ruined.
Yeah, and it happens, and you say to yourself, don't press that steam button. Don't do it. Don't press it. And it,
piss or bits of like lime scale dribbling out.
Yeah. It's like the first time the iron's taken a breath in 4 years.
Very bad. Or they have a communal room and you have to go to the ironing.
I had to go down and iron, like a serial killer, down in the galley, it was called.
What kind of hotel?
Lovely hotel. You were in it.
Oh, do you know what that is?
Oh, here comes the swipe. Here comes a big swipe.
The new hotels with the tiny rooms, they've nothing. They've like 2 coat hangers.
No, this is a beautiful room.
They've no iron.
No, you had to go down to the galley, which was also like a tea room or whatever.
Communal space.
And I was in there ironing, but of course, as you know, Lisa was with us.
Yeah.
And she took over the ironing. Holy mother of God.
She's spitting.
We nearly didn't take it out of it. I thought I was going to be killstone inside in the galley from doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then do you know what she made me do? I mean, I've had some low moments in my life.
Yeah.
We had 2 trousers ironed, right? She ironed the first one and she folded it on the crease. We forgot the hangers. And she made me hold it up with my 2 hands.
Right.
Up into the air.
Oh,
while she ironed the other one.
In case you ruin it.
In case I ruined it. While other couples came in, laughing and joking, while my arms were shaking, holding up a pair of trousers.
Is this in the morning of the television?
This was the night before. Just to get us in the mood.
You know, tea in the room.
Was there tea in the room? No tea in the room.
Communal space. I don't like it.
No.
Anyway. We made it. Tell us about your TV debut.
Well, you'd swear we weren't on it. You'd swear we weren't on TV.
What do you mean?
With the way we're acting.
I know. I'm giving out. I'm just wrecked from going. I had another hotel then the next night in the middle of, I don't know where I thought I was going, on like Dame Street. And I got in, I was delighted. And then I took off all my clothes. And I looked out the window and there was a
Oh no.
There's a classroom.
Mark!
English. No, adults. English as a foreign language across.
You didn't close the blinds?
I didn't think there'd be a classroom English as a foreign language looking in the window.
How did you discern
like
that it was
floor by floor, classroom? Some of them were facing, had their backs to the window, but some of them were sideways looking and bored to tears. Do you know people, I'm going to get it ruined now, but there's a lot of people come to Ireland. They're well able to speak English, but they have to do a class.
And they take all our jobs.
No.
Go on, say it, Mark. Say it.
Shut up.
And there's no jobs for us.
But they're well able to speak English, but you have to go through these bloody classes to do the test to pass your visa or whatever.
Yeah.
So bored to tears, like don't need half of it. They're grown-ups and they're just kind of, they're not entirely engaged. So a lot of looking out the window, and I was there presented.
When did you notice?
Oh, fairly soon, but I had to run. I had to go over to the window then.
Oh, run. Run naked to the blind. What kind of blind was it? That's very important.
Big curtains.
A whip. So you went over there, whipped it to the centre.
But so close, like tiny lane.
Oh, it's not even that far away.
No, like it's Dame Lane. It's
Oh, the one we walked down.
4 meters
So right across the road.
wide.
I feel like I should come with a warning when you walk into that room.
And I was so
At least you noticed straight
brazen.
away.
Yeah.
Could it? Well, they had a great day
I
for
couldn't
themselves.
open the curtains then. But then even on the bed, there was classrooms up and above, looking down into the bed. So I had to keep the curtains closed
It's a shame.
the whole time.
Or keep them open.
No.
No, definitely not.
So yes, a lot of going. Anyway,
But we did make our TV debut, as you say.
yeah,
We were live on television.
live on Virgin Media.
Yeah, with Tommy Bowe, Alan Hughes,
Yeah.
and Wirren.
Yes.
And Wirren was over on a table.
Oh, cackling away.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Glamorous. She was
Very
glamorous.
glamorous.
Glamorous woman.
They were all very glamorous.
They were very charming, the whole lot of them. The charm offensive was on.
I know.
How did you feel after it, or how did you walk me through it?
Walk us through it. I arrived first.
You did.
I went to the wrong building. I pressed a doorbell and a woman shouted out saying, "You're in the wrong place."
Great.
So I was already flustered.
Let's do this back and forth, right? I went to Apple Green, tried to cross a roundabout, nearly got killed by a truck.
Yeah.
Then I came back, walked all the way down, but I knew where the right building was, and in I come.
You walked down the motorway, kind of.
I
big road.
crossed around the roundabout, which nearly caused a massive domestic. Fair enough, nearly got us killed by a truck.
Times like that, you could get killed
Yeah, I know. It was very close.
because you're frantic.
Yeah.
And you're nervous and you're not paying attention, or drop the phone.
And break
Fair
it.
prime time, drop the phone.
And I tried to pass it off like I didn't just nearly get us killed by a truck as well, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, come down the street. So rocked into you then, you were in the dressing room?
I was
performing?
there talking to some man who, he had just left. He was doing a travel segment.
Oh.
Very funny. There's someone in the dressing room, they're so casual, and then they walk out the door and then they're on the telly.
I know.
And then they're gone. Like they just come in and out. It's so quick. They're so smooth. Yeah, they were very nice to us. They were all fuss.
Not long after, we were sitting in the makeup chair. I bet you like that.
Getting the powder done. Yeah. She
Did
did
you-
a nice job, hasn't she?
She's done a nice job.
Little tut, and then
Yeah.
break for 20 minutes.
I'll tell you what though, they were tanned up, weren't they? Did
We
the tans
looked very
on?
pale.
What?
We looked very pale. I got a lot of comments. The two of them were lovely and brown, and we were pink.
Who said that?
A lot of gays.
Oh, what a pack of pricks, honestly.
We were pink. And I get nervous. I go red in the chest. And I
We-
get flushed in the face. I was very flustered.
Aren't they some little shits?
I was more...
Also, Declan's laughing as well, confirming over here as
I
well.
was pink in the face. I was more thrown than I expected.
Mm.
Very confident here. I turned into a different... I was giggling and... Yeah, you were very cool.
I just tried to pretend that I was meant to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I brought myself round in a circle and I got panicked and I was overthinking everything I said and I got a bit serious.
No,
wasn't
right.
very
I'm actually going to stick. I'm going to stick up for us on this, right?
Go on.
I thought we were great, right? Yes,
Oh, fantastic.
we were ghost-like, right? We were translucent at
Yeah.
times, right? What could we do,
Yeah.
right? But I thought we were great all back and forth,
Oh, I had a great time, yeah.
and I do think that the roller coaster of questions was hilarious. So to give people a little insight, we get a call the day before from the lovely Paddy,
Hello.
and we had a little call with Paddy, and he ran us through some potential questions that we might be asked,
Yeah.
and a clip and whatever, right? And he said we're going to start off with the pelvic tilt clip, if you're familiar with that.
Lies, Petty.
Lies, absolute lies.
True.
But I do feel that the presenters were probably shown that clip afterwards, and I'd say they were like, we cannot start with that.
That's too much.
Yeah. But instead they started with, which I was a little bit, I was like, oh, that out of context is, they started with me saying about
Gay men.
gay men. And I was staring, that clip, can't remember, who's that about again?
Oh.
And then, oh, he's over there. And then the
Me talking about the she's all go, she's all
all
business.
go.
That was good.
that was a
nice.
good one. That was a good one. Great haircuts.
Yeah, so I was thrown by that and then I was just flustered. By God, but it's no harm because I can be very confident and think I'm great and it's no harm to get thrown a bit and
But they're questions,
Be
or like the
reminded.
questions though, for anyone who, you know, hasn't been on television like ourselves.
yes.
Is it the questions, they just have a little look down, see, oh, I'll pick this one next, whatever. Do you like going to the zoo? And you're just going, oh, I love going to the zoo.
Yeah.
But, you know, they asked us some questions like, when are you coming home? Isn't London terrible? Basically, right? Like along the lines of that.
Do you hate London, I think? Do you hate London?
They didn't say
And why do
they-
you love Ireland? And why do you live in London? And why are you not living in Ireland?
Un-
and when are you coming back to Ireland?
Underscoring why.
On live television.
Yeah. And like,
to Ireland.
in the morning.
What am I going to say?
I can't say, you can't
Can't
say,
say the truth.
you can't say, I actually love London.
Well, you'd be killed.
Yeah,
Paul
killed.
Mescal still hasn't recovered from
No.
saying he likes London.
So what do we do? So we hate London.
I said, I don't know what I said. I got so thrown. And then I was like, I turned into like a politician, talking around myself and saying nothing.
But loads of it is waffle. Like
Nonsense, I know.
loads of it is what we were talking about.
But what you're meant to do is they ask you a question and you just ignore the question and you make a joke about something else. I've noticed. And I forgot that. And I started going into, well, I love London, but I also love Ireland. And yes. I was like, fuck, whatever I say, I'm going to upset someone. But I also have to remember, it's not that serious.
And you didn't forget to cut the legs off me on live television though.
What did I say?
What do you mean, what did I say? You cut the
What did I
legs off
say?
me to the knees.
Which bit?
You said that all my stories were dry on live television.
Well, that was me remembering I have to be funny. I was like, I better say something now.
I quite enjoyed that bit.
Yeah, it was great. And they kept us going a bit longer, I think, than was planned.
They did.
I feel like they were enjoying themselves.
We got an extra bit.
Yeah.
Alan's cheeky, isn't he?
Alan's cheeky. I'd know Alan from years ago.
From what?
I meant
Playing
to say
football.
that as well. Yeah, I think we crossed paths in a few parties years ago. He wouldn't know about that. Yeah, he was cheeky. He was enjoying it.
He was
enjoying
it.
They didn't behave like breakfast. Like they were fairly naughty.
Yeah, I didn't know which way to go with them.
I didn't know how much to say. I said, Jesus Christ.
Did you? I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't watched it.
I'd say don't. No. No, you're so cool. You're so good. I got, I got a bit thrown.
I thought you were great. Everyone said you were great. I watched it.
Everyone said I was very attractive.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I got up the next morning and my mother had watched it. And the first thing she said to me was,
Mark's great.
no.
What?
First thing she said to me, right? I hadn't seen her the night before. I got up the next morning. I said, hi, ma'am, how are you? She goes, I watched you on television. Oh, yeah? You looked absolutely wrecked.
Oh,
That was a comment.
Jesus.
I said, what? And I said, what? You mean, well done. That was great. And she goes, you're taking me up wrong now.
Oh,
It was my fault.
you're taking my insult.
It was-
To heart.
Sorry, I wasn't meant to take that.
She thought you looked, I didn't think you looked wrecked.
I thought we looked great. We actually
I-
were told we looked great.
I would say I looked a bit wrecked. Because in the morning you'd be dry and you'd be dehydrated and everything.
Right.
I thought you looked better though. Like,
I thought we looked very handsome.
God.
I'll defend us to the ends of the earth. But you know what happened beforehand that people don't know as well? I don't know if Declan knows this either. Tommy Bowe comes into the dressing
Oh,
room.
he's very attractive.
Oh, Tommy Bowe, the
I was-
charmer.
Giggly.
Oh, and we were in his territory as well.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring him on here now and we'll have a fucking chat with Tommy Bowe. Tommy Bowe comes in,
Yeah.
and of course we're just being giddy goats, like yes sir, no sir, right? He comes in.
Yeah.
Lisa's there,
Yeah.
sees Tommy. She goes all googly eyed when he comes in, and he's
Yeah.
all laughing and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he says, "What are you up to for the weekend?"
Oh, yes.
And I said, "Oh, it's Lisa's birthday Friday." No, this was recorded at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. We were on, 8 a.m. Thursday morning on television, right? And he goes, Friday's tomorrow.
Hmm.
He goes, hinting, you better have something ready. And then he goes, Lisa, he goes, your birthday's tomorrow. And instead of her saying, no, don't worry, I've got a man there now I can trust.
Yeah.
She goes, it is, Tommy, it is.
Oh.
And laughing and giggling and everything.
He'd take her.
Oh,
If she was my woman.
he'd have a
That's
fight
what
in
he
his
said.
hands.
If she was my woman.
He's happily married.
He's a nice man.
He is a nice man.
Yeah. He's a dish.
He is.
He's a
lovely
dish. And he's impressive the way he does it. Like he works. The way he works, he's so cool and kind of just like,
At one point, we saw him running down the hall, eating a scone, having a cup of tea.
yeah,
Next second, we saw him on television. How does he do that?
back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so relaxed with this.
And they were so lovely. They set Lisa up on the chairs, up on the breakfast chairs that
In
they
the
have
kitchen.
to watch us in the kitchen. Yeah.
So more of that. I'd like
Mhm.
more of that. If I did it again now, I'd know I've learned a lot already.
Get us on.
Get us on.
Get us on everywhere.
Yeah.
Red FM, Today FM,
Yeah.
anyone who's out there. Also, all our super fans out there at the moment. Super fans, right? If you like this podcast, make fans of more people.
Yeah.
Go tell your friends.
Yeah.
Go get more people on. So then we can get on more famous television shows.
Yeah. There's a lot of secret listeners.
There is a lot of secret listeners. And I think it might be, and I don't want to cast aspersions, but I think the gays keep it secret a little bit.
Okay.
I think so.
They don't spread the word.
They don't.
Yeah, if you told 3 people now today,
yeah,
that'd be 3 more listeners.
Yeah.
And if everyone did that, that'd be...
Because basically what happened is we got a taste of television.
Yeah.
And I want it again.
I want it again.
Yeah, I did like it. I did enjoy it.
Oh, I loved it. And we were done at 8:30.
Yeah, it was
off for a
brilliant.
big breakfast.
In for the breakfast.
I snuck in. Well, we stole the breakfast.
Free breakfast. Mark T. Cox got a free breakfast.
I stole the breakfast.
And he said nothing about it.
Listen.
Off he went.
That hotel was... How much did you pay for it? £500.
No, didn't. Got on a deal. Cheaper than your hotel on Dame Street.
Okay, fine.
Or Dame
I
Lane,
never go
whatever.
for the breakfast because I never know if I'm going to get up. And then every single time I'm in Dublin, I do the same little routine walking around trying to find the breakfast. And I should have just got it in the
Tell him what you
hotel.
had for a breakfast.
In your place?
Yeah.
Well, we were picking
Mm-hmm.
because I had, oh, hold on, I had it in the business hotel. No, it was the next day I didn't have it. I had some hash browns.
You did?
I had some berries.
You did
I
eat a
had
bowl of berries.
a bowl
I
of
saw Lisa
berries.
walking over with the bowl of berries. Did you put that order in?
That was nice. I
that
liked
was lovely.
I think I had a sausage.
But did you request that?
Fruit, yeah.
Fruit.
And I had a coffee.
Got the whole thing brought to
And
him.
then we took off around the town.
You're ignoring this now, but you didn't go down once to the breakfast buffet.
Oh, it was brought to me.
You got the whole
Well,
thing
I was
brought
an
to you.
illegal.
Oh, yeah.
I snuck in. I wasn't meant to be there. I was an illegal. Sometimes when I'm around the two of you, I feel like a child or something, or I feel like, do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, the two of you are a lot to go around with.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
are-
was very tired.
You're a lot.
I was very tired.
I went in, like, we were basically doing whatever Mark wants to do, whatever Lisa wants to do.
You've no say.
I walked into a bookshop. I went up to the second level. I was there for about 3 minutes and I had 3 missed calls.
That was me.
Well, you said downstairs you were sick of it. So then she
I
started ringing
couldn't
me.
climb the stairs.
I was there for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, you have your 2 partners there.
Yeah, I do.
Pulling on either end. of
Oh
you.
my God. You're a lot.
But we walked the town.
We did.
Yeah.
She loved the tour that you gave her.
Mm.
She loved it. So,
Because you had her above in bloody...
go on. Go on, say it.
Not the nicest part of town.
No, there was a man tried to attack us with a crutch.
Yeah.
I
I know he was actually doing a machine gun with the crutch
I didn't realise
up
that.
around kind of, where
Yeah.
was that? Capel Street, Parnell Street.
And then he broke the crutch, and then he looked at his crutch and couldn't believe he broke it.
Furious than the... Yeah, we had a great time.
I had a really lovely day.
I love Dublin. I've been there a lot now lately. I'm getting a graw. And I went to the George then that night again.
Mm.
And a lot, because I had been there last week as well. And a lot of people were like coming up to me saying, kind of like, it's great that you've moved home. But they weren't even that shocked. They just assumed I've moved home
Because you're in the George.
because I've been in Dublin 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
But they weren't even that like, oh my God, it's amazing. Like, tell us all about it. But it just gave me a glimpse of if I did move home, you would just blend right back in. No one,
Oh, so you
No.
need to keep the fame alive by staying in London.
well, no one would even kind of make a big fuss about it. You could be back and just like you never left.
Just move home in secret.
Yeah.
And then say, are you after moving home? Say, no, I'm just back from London for the weekend.
Say nothing.
Every single weekend.
Yeah,
Get a few drinks out of it.
say nothing.
All right, we'll take a little break. Mark, do you have any news? I asked you last week about your escapades,
Well,
and you bounced around the question.
I had a lot of time in my hands.
3 hotels.
I had 3 hotels. I made a friend.
Yeah?
in Dublin. I won't say too much. But we went to the George
Right.
and
Oh dear. Lads, what's after? What are we witnessing here?
what can I say? There's a lot of talk in Dublin.
Is that a...
People find out whatever you're up to. There's also not that much kissing goes on.
shifting like kissing in
Yeah.
the club or whatever, or pub, or what do you mean?
And in the club, not a lot of kissing. And I was doing a bit of kissing. And people found out
Out in the public?
a little bit, yeah.
Oh. I think, is it? I
And
don't know.
word
Maybe we're
goes
just...
round. Or there'd be a bit of looking. And there'd be a bit of talking. And you'd get a text then from someone to say, I heard.
The hands are going here and everything. There's...
Agitated here.
What is What is he remembering?
But there'd be a lot. Yeah, there'd be a bit of that.
So
The
would
word
you
would go round.
would you say you would strike me? I'm going to jump out on a limb here. You would strike me as a person that probably wouldn't kiss someone in public
Not often, no. But sometimes,
unless
you'd
you felt the heat.
you'd lose the run of yourself.
Would you say
And
you're?
then you look around and you realise half this place knows who you are and
I've lost my mind.
have to get out.
And so, is this? Are you in heat now for this? Are you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh Lord. Well, come on, give us some.
What you
Where
want to know?
How did you meet?
What you want to know?
How did you meet?
Just through the phone.
Popped up.
Popped up and all went well. But there's not straightforward.
Nothing ever is.
There's another party involved. There's a few parties involved.
Is
But
it?
that's when it goes hilarious in the George, because people are like, sorry, are you not married? Or there's a lot of talk. And then we were doing a bit of kissing and there was this woman poking me mid-kissing. She was drunk. I'm going to take a guess. She hadn't maybe been there many times. There was a drag competition on, and I'm going to take a guess she might be a friend or a cousin or an auntie
Yeah.
of some young fella who's doing drag for the first time.
And she loves a gin and tonic.
Loves a gin and tonic, was standing up in the chair. This was only 10 o'clock. Like, it really wasn't the time for it. And I was getting a poke into the back, and she wanted to tell me I had lovely hair. And then she wanted to rub my hair.
Oh, lovely. Mid kiss.
But this was me trying to keep it cool in front of my new friend.
Will you ever fuck off?
Would you ever get out of the LGBT space? And then I was wearing, do you know my little mechanic, my little shirt?
I do, the blue one.
And she was said, why are you wearing that? Are you a mechanic? And I said, no. I said, I just like the shirt. And then she did that a few times. And then it has like the name of whoever owned the shirt on it. And she was like, is that your name? And it just reminded me of that kind of...
I think the term is a plague.
Of what?
A plague. She's a plague.
Yeah, a nuisance.
Yeah.
But there
No, she's upgraded from a
There
nuisance.
could be a small bit of that at home of like, why are you wearing that? That's weird. Why are you wearing that?
Oh, yeah, completely.
And in London, you could literally put that lamp on top of your head. They wouldn't even see it. There can be a small bit of that.
And how did you get rid of her? Did you give her an old elbow?
We had to go around then.
Oh,
to go
yeah,
up to a
get away
different
from
bit,
her.
But we had a good view of the show.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so did you...
So a bit going on, yeah.
And what happened after the show then? You all go home?
Before the show.
Before the show? Before the show? Where did you... I don't know. What time?
Well, I closed the blinds.
Ah. Oh.
Yeah, he came up the stairs.
Imagine if you didn't notice the blinds.
At
What?
the English language school across.
What they would have learned over in that class.
Yeah, they'd be gone. But they had actually, they'd be gone after 6, I think. It'd be closed.
Late
But that was
classes.
good because I had been up early and I had a lot of frustration.
Did you tell them about Ireland AM?
Yeah.
Do you think that might have sealed the
Seal
deal?
the
a bit?
deal.
Celebrity?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I was recognised all over town. I went to Donegal then
Mm.
and a woman came up to me doing this, doing the funny finger,
Doing the finger thing, yes. Which
which is now my trademark.
for anyone who hasn't seen the clip, Alan Hughes said that you had something you could do with your body,
Yeah,
a unique thing you could do with a body part, and myself and you nearly collapsed.
nearly collapsed.
Yeah.
What did he find?
I thought he might have been at the live show. Thought
The
he might
links.
have.
Oh.
Thought he might have done something.
So that's now after 20 years of trying to be a comedian. I have a bendy finger.
That's
my
how it ended.
trademark.
I was spotted by a few fans
In Cork.
in Dublin and Cork.
Oh,
I was up in Dublin and I was picking out a few t-shirts. Actually, no, I'll do this in reverse. The one in
Yeah.
Cork is mental.
oh
We're
yeah,
inside having a few cocktails
yeah.
and definitely a few fans of the podcast, potential fans of
Yeah.
the podcast walking around. Lovely lads. And Lisa went off to the bathroom.
They came over,
This fella comes over to me
swishing in.
and he goes, "Are you all right for everything, Dennis?"
Oh,
And I said, because obviously that's my name, I said, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks very much. We just get the bill like when you're ready. Thank
Yeah.
you." Turned around and goes, "How did he know my name was Dennis?"
that's it now.
I was strutting down the street.
That's it now. To give you a little something
Oh, he did, yeah.
discount.
Yeah, he did. 10% off.
Mhm. Great.
I went off down or up in Dublin then though. This is a stranger one. I've actually told you about this one already. This is a stranger one. And please remind me about gluten-free after this. I'm not getting off this podcast without talking about gluten-free. But up in Dublin, I wanted to pick out a couple of tops to get for the TV debut. And I walked into a lovely shop, which I won't name. And I walked in and there was no one in there, only another potential fan of the podcast.
LGBT.
Yep, lovely guy. And went up and just said, like, just need a top, whatever. Super, super helpful. Right? And he goes, oh, what are you going on TV for? You know? I said, oh, I'm going on TV, like this podcast, you know, your internet boyfriends. And he goes, oh. I goes, yeah. I said, and then he picked me out a light pair of trousers. And I said, oh, my friend Mark, he's actually going to wear light trousers, so I won't. And then there was this hint of recognition
knew it.
In the man's eyes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out.
He said, I know that.
And I said, oh, do you know Mark? And he said, I've seen the clips.
Oh, what's he saying?
What has he seen?
What has he seen?
Okay. I don't know, maybe you've...
What's his name? Say it.
Owen.
Hello, Owen.
Owen, how are you on? Lovely person. Very charming. But maybe...
Oh, you think, do I know an Owen?
You might have crossed paths.
Oh, you think there's more to it?
You might have crossed paths. Yeah.
Okay.
Bar
gluten-free.
That. Gluten-free, right? Bar
Who's
that.
gluten-free?
Well, listen to this now. Lisa.
Oh, newly
christened gluten-free.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to put up with any of this stuff. Right? I actually think you've got an easier time of it sometimes.
Why?
Because you don't have to put up with any of this stuff. Right? Like, I organized this thing for her birthday. Right?
Oh.
She wanted pasta carbonara. Right? That's her favorite thing in the whole world. She wanted that. I booked an Italian restaurant. Lovely place.
Gluten.
I said, we're going to bring you to a restaurant. This is when it's going to happen. Like, give her all the options. Here you go. She said, yes, this is on the Friday. I booked it weeks ago.
Oh.
The very next day, I'm gluten-free. I said, I probably want to cancel that then.
Who said?
She said she's gluten-free.
Why?
Well, because like...
To try it.
Well, look, it is legitimate.
To annoy you?
It maybe just to piss me off.
To ruin your life?
Just to piss me off.
Can't do the pasta. It's very hard to do the...
You can get gluten-free options, whatever, but...
You'd go somewhere else. Wouldn't you do something else?
Deary me, you're not going to get a pasta carbonara gluten-free, especially asking some real Italian, can you get it gluten-free?
No, they tell you get out.
Look, I do think, there's a lot of people out there with gluten-free problems, including ourselves, maybe.
Yes.
But maybe, lads, maybe we wouldn't just do it before the lad has the dinner booked. Maybe we could be gluten-free, I don't know, even be gluten-free for the dessert.
Next week, I'd say you'd maybe just try a different kind of place. Do you know?
We had to.
Have to. Oh, you didn't go?
Yeah.
No carbonara.
No carbonara.
Where'd you go?
Went to some juice joint.
Did you get her a present?
I got her a lovely present, which you nearly ruined. I
saw that happening, actually. Yeah, tell them.
We're up in Dublin and we're wandering around the place. And Mark and Lisa, they're having a good time. We have to tell them about the bus as well, but I can't remember the actual... Do you remember when the bus went past? She nearly lost it. I actually think she was close to losing it with you. It was so funny.
Oh, so the tea time bus.
The tea time bus, but it said on the side of it, remember? It said outrageously...
Dignified? Sophisticated
or something like that?
I thought she'd like it.
No, she did. Like, as in she thought it was hilarious. But so, like, for anyone who doesn't know, Lisa is, very well spoken.
Well, she would come across... Hello now, she's listening.
Yeah.
But she's very sophisticated, very smart. She's British, has a a refined English accent, which to us reads as posh. And she's not, but like
she carries herself.
Yeah, of course.
Face.
So sometimes I take the piss.
Yeah, and a bus went past.
The tea time, afternoon tea. I said you love that.
You'll be up on that now. You'll be up on that.
Wave on it.
and she goes,
like it.
And you kept pushing it for a long time. I loved it. Enjoyed every second of it. Where are we going with The Ring. So we walk into your old haunt, Carol's
Gifts and Souvenirs, Stephen's Green.
Walked in, you wanted to see what was going on in there, see if they still kept up the same standard you had back in the day.
It was good, actually. There was a dish behind the till.
There was.
Oh my God, I was falling.
Yeah.
Dribbling.
But we went in and Mark said, you go in there now? get yourself a nice claddagh ring.
Mm.
And of course, the two of them, like, they'll be kind of, yeah, I will. Lisa says, yeah, I will. I'll get a claddagh ring. I was there, you fuck. And
You
then
had it bought.
I had bought. It was in the bag.
Yeah.
And I slowed down a little bit and I said to Mark, I've got a claddagh ring bought already there.
Yeah.
And
Get
then
out.
and then you said, you know what else would be lovely? And you pointed at a magnet that was just a woman's body in a bikini.
When you present the claddagh ring as a present, is that a dangerous
No,
move?
don't worry. We're very upfront with each other, right?
Does the international listeners know what a claddagh ring is? It's a ring.
Yeah, it's like an
With
Irish.
two little hands holding a heart. But ultimately, you're giving a gift of a ring.
Yes. Well, I'll go through the
that
different things.
dangerous?
So the claddagh ring then will signify whether you're in a relationship, married, single. What's the fourth one? I don't know.
I don't know.
But whether you wear it like in towards you, out, upside down.
Where'd you put it?
Oh yeah, it depends on what hand you wear it on as well. So in, out, there's four of them. I can't remember what the fourth one is. Divorced. And but I had told her beforehand, I said, if I ever get you one, because she'd been talking about, if I ever get you one of these,
Calm it down.
it's not happening. Like, this is not happening. No, that'd be more terrifying for her than it would for me. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, I think she's great. Right?
Is it in a little box?
Yeah, it was in a box, the whole job. So I presented it.
Dangerous.
And I
But
said,
sure, she doesn't even know what's in the box.
oh, she knew what it was straight away. I said, here you go, but don't have a heart attack.
I don't want to get married.
Yeah, I
have to
don't
say,
want to marry you.
Will you not marry me?
I do, marry me. But do you know what else I did? I forgot her card at home.
Oh,
So I had to sign the card.
right.
That was basically like a thank you from the jewellers.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave her that. It's a bit crap.
I'd be panicked opening that little box.
No, she was fine. She was fine.
Okay.
She loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky. I'd nearly have to present it like in a different way, in a bag or something. Do you know what I mean? So you're not
With a few other bits.
on edge.
With a few other bits.
That it feels like
No, you have to
proposal.
announce it well in advance that you're getting this.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
And she like Cork.
She loved Cork, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she preferred Cork to Dublin, just putting it out
The
there.
two of you don't like Dublin.
Oh, don't you say that.
You didn't like it.
I did.
Didn't
I
like
liked
it.
where we went with you. I
Yeah.
didn't love the other side.
I showed you the bougie bits.
Yeah. There was a man with a crutch pretending it was a machine gun and shooting us.
Yeah, up around.
Yeah. It's a bit mad out there, like.
Some bits are a bit
It is a bit mad.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing I'd say about Dublin is that the bikes have kind of taken over some of the pedestrian places, which is really annoying.
Oh, yeah.
But where we were with you was lovely. I loved it. I loved going into Bewley's and getting a little chocolate with my coffee. That was great.
Yes.
Or not Bewley's, sorry.
Butlers.
Butlers. That was
Yeah.
lovely.
And we snuck into Beauties.
Yeah, went up to the fourth floor where we weren't
I
meant to
love
be at
going
all.
around.
Yeah.
I love going around. Can I tell you two more things? After my adventures in Dublin, oh yeah, do a clap.
What? The lightest clap in the world. I'm leaving that in. That was meant to be a clap to make it easier to edit. And he barely put his hands together. Really lived.
LGBT.
I think you really lived up to your side of the podcast.
I left Dublin and I had to go to Donegal to a wedding. And the only way to go to Donegal is to get a bus for 4.5 hours. John McGinley coaches.
Go on, John.
John McGinley coaches luxury travel.
Oh, lovely. Was it luxury?
It was not bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Halfway, there's a comfort break in Monaghan.
That sounds like a sex thing.
You just get out and go to the toilet and everyone runs in to get tea. But I settled in. I had a big night. My new friend, been to the George. I was wrecked. So I said, I'll sleep now on this bus. And I had the whole 2 seats to myself and I was ready to go. And just at the last minute, a tiny little woman,
Oh, here she comes.
100 years old,
Nuala from the George.
Nola, came in and sat right beside me. And I'd be often playing with my phone. And the dirt, like,
Can't go near it.
can't go near the phone.
She showed me photographs.
She
there
was just
sometimes,
looking straight into me, but she had nothing with her. She sat for 4.5 hours, just sat there,
Raw dogging.
the handbag on the lap, raw dog, the whole way up the road.
What are they thinking about?
The whole way. And I was
Yeah.
like, right, maybe I'll sleep. And then the fucking radio going, like, read, I think Today FM or whatever, blasting out the big quiz. It's just demented. But I got to Donegal and then we went.
Oh, sorry, just back to her. Did she have any chat for you, no?
She kind of said hello and I outline. we're cutting this out
Fuck off.
straight away. She seemed like a nice
Turned
lady,
your back on her.
but I cannot talk for 4.5
You're
hours.
such a shit. Like,
I
do you
was
know what?
cold.
You were her lifeline. She goes down. She sees this lovely man with blue eyes and a mustache. She goes,
No.
I'll sit down now next to him and have a good chat. And then you were like, get away.
It's too
from
far. I said I might hop out now there when we got to the comfort break. But no, there was no talking. And then we got to Donegal and we had a wedding in Letterkenny.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely town.
Lovely
Don't
town.
know it at all.
Been up there once about 400 years ago.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Lots of young people, trendy.
How's the LGBT scene?
Well, I was nervous because we were quite a gang.
Mm-hmm.
We were quite a gang.
An assortment.
There was a collection there and we stood out a little bit. Overall, we had one little bit of trouble late at night. Yeah, there was a bit of abuse. But that happens in every town. But I was kind of on edge for a lot of the time just because I assume smaller towns are kind of
Yeah.
a bit troublesome. And we were in the smoking area and there was these two lads sitting down in the smoking area and they just kept looking over. And I kind of, I don't know, I just over doom, panic or whatever. I just assumed they're going to get up and cause trouble. And they just kept kind of giggling and nudging each other and looking over. And then I looked back at them and they started kissing. They were gays and they were saying, look at them. Aren't
And
they
do you know what
funny?
they were doing? They were looking over at you going, oh, look at that straight fella. He's going to say something
He's
to
going
us.
to attack us.
He's going to attack us.
Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Great.
Walked on the beach, got some ice creams, met
Well,
some fans.
Why don't we go take a walk on the beach and have some ice creams?
Yeah. See you next week.
All right. Bye.
Okay, that's the end of that now. Thanks for listening to your internet boyfriends. You can watch this full episode back in HD on YouTube, and we'd love to hear from you. If you want to drop us a message with your news or your saucy stories, you can get us on Instagram or TikTok, or you can email us at yourinternetboyfriends@gmail.com. Off we go now, very busy. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.